today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games, started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
On first down, Stafford here. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's good for a Lion.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
The 36-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Bringing to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he can be a productive back in the NFL.
They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The 30-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close, sneaking.
I think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st down.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down at 43.
The ball carrier.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Hands to Dalvin Cook.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Delayed game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Offense.
We can't have that.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then somebody catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way, and then go for the big finish.
At the 43-yard line.
first down carry here for Johnson. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier. The tackle.
All right, Brad, I know we're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 60.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Matt Prater lining up for the point.
They have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, they've got 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
This will make it into the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And will be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
It's now 2nd.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Smith Jr.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
6 yards.
you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Cousins pass.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The win play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Stafford on first down. The left side completion to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Marvin Jones.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Stafford. From the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and 5.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Cousins to throw it. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Cousins pass.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Number
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was tackled at the 20.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. sack back at about the 43-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back?
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Brings up third down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
2nd and a yard.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Jefferson.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Cousins. That one drops incomplete as he got dropped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. They've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's He's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead you an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
4-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Vikings nothing.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Cousins. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Nothing. Matt Prater to kick
The
off.
final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They don't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they run it well here to start the second half. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down now, it's Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
The 17-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins again. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 7.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And it's 17-7.
The kick is good.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26.
So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 26. They'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go to Johnson again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Detroit. 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
20-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. increased when the defense got on the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it, making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run with Madison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. It's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Cousins on 1st down. There's that man again. It's complete.
Cousins pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Junior.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
1st down, Minnesota.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Jefferson.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Open man, he's got him to tight end Hawkinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's not quibble about the game there on the 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as he'll get to him at about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
2nd and 4 at the
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Cousins, complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins.
They gonna get him and give me a kiss next time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Amendola. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stafford throwing complete there to Amendola. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, and a Lion 1st down. Very quickly here, and that's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Danny Evans.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 591 in his career. Third ball coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. This is good. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And that was just brute strength against brute strength, and defensive brute one out there.
We often talk about leverage in a game. Offensive line versus defensive line. Who can get lower and create some space? In this case, as you pointed out, the defensive line
could not get the first. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delayed game, offense.
Come on, Nat.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
Today's final score, Vikings.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Vikings, it's an 11.